The afternoon my daughter left me alone in her house with her husband, she was smiling. She stood near the door, adjusting the baby wrapper carefully, completely unaware of the war already happening inside her own mother. "Mummy," she said cheerfully, "please warm soup for Tunde before he gets back. You know how much he loves your cooking." I smiled. "No problem, my dear." Then she laughed, that innocent laugh of hers. "Honestly, Mummy, sometimes I think my husband loves you more than he loves me." But if only she knew. If only she could see the thing I was hiding behind that smile. The moment her car disappeared through the gate, I stood frozen at that door, like a woman hiding blood on her hands. My name is Ngozi. I am 53 years old. I am a widow. My husband left me two things when he died: a daughter I loved with everything inside me, and a secret so heavy I have carried it alone for 5 years. A secret that was now about to destroy the only family I had left. Because without ever planning it, I had allowed my daughter's husband to begin entering places inside me that no man had touched in years. This is the story of how I almost destroyed everything, including myself.
But let me take you back to where it truly began unraveling, because the morning everything changed started like any other ordinary day. After that day at the back of the house, something changed inside me completely. Not outside. Outside, everything still looked normal. Jane still laughed loudly while bathing the baby. Tunde still left for work every morning wearing neatly ironed shirts. I still prayed every night before sleeping. But inside me, confusion had already started growing like sickness. Because no matter how hard I tried, I could no longer stop thinking about my daughter's husband. And that truth began destroying me slowly.
That evening, I cooked quietly inside the kitchen, while rain drizzled softly outside. The house felt unusually silent, dangerously silent. I tried distracting myself with cooking, but somehow my mind kept wandering back to Tunde again, to his voice, to his eyes, to the way he studied me whenever we spoke. I hated myself for it, but hatred was no longer stopping the thoughts anymore. Then suddenly I heard his footsteps behind me. My entire body tensed instantly. "Jane isn't back yet?" he asked softly. I shook my head without turning around. She said traffic was heavy. For a few seconds, neither of us spoke again. I continued stirring the soup slowly while pretending not to notice his presence behind me. Then he spoke again. "You've been quieter these days." My hand paused briefly on the spoon. "I'm fine." "No," he replied gently. "You're not." That simple sentence entered my chest in a very dangerous way. Because the painful truth was, he was right. I was not fine anymore. Not emotionally, not spiritually, not even mentally. And somehow, Tunde could see it clearly.
I finally turned toward him slowly. The man was leaning lightly against the kitchen entrance, watching me carefully. Not lustfully. That was the frightening part. The way he looked at me now felt deeper than ordinary attraction. "You think too much," he said quietly. I laughed nervously. "You don't know anything about me." "Maybe not," he admitted. Then after a short silence, he added softly, "But I know loneliness when I see it." Jesus Christ, the spoon nearly slipped from my hand because nobody had spoken to me that honestly in years, not since my husband died. And the worst part was, a part of me wanted to hear more. I looked away immediately. "You should not talk to me like this," I whispered. "Why?" "Because you are my daughter's husband. Because this thing growing between us is evil.
because I no longer trust myself around you. Those were the things I wanted to say, but no words came out. The silence between us stretched again, heavy, breathing, alive. Then quietly, very quietly, Tunde moved closer. Not enough to touch me, just enough for me to feel the warmth coming from his body. And suddenly, my breathing changed again. "Mommy," he said softly. That single word sounded different coming from his mouth now. Dangerously different. I stepped back immediately.
Tunde, please.
But even my own voice sounded weak to my ears. The man stared at me for a few seconds without speaking. Then finally he said something that entered my heart like poison. "You deserve to be loved too." At that moment, my anger sat beside my loneliness sat beside my guilt beside my revenge, and none of them could defeat the other. They simply stood inside me together, destroying me quietly. I turned away from him quickly so he would not see my tears, but it was already too late, because the moment Tunde reached for my hand this time, I finally understood the most frightening truth of all. He was no longer trying to enter my body. He had already entered places inside me that had been locked for many years, and I had opened the door myself. I did not pull away. Even now, as I tell you this story, I am still ashamed, because I was not a bad woman. I was a lonely one. And sometimes, loneliness can make a good woman do things that even the devil did not suggest. To be continued.